Hello YouTube, welcome back to our third part of the New Year's special for Barstool Cinema's Top 10 Anticipated Movies of 2020. I'm Professor Sage Black.
And I'm Bulleit Blake.
And we're going to jump right into this and give you our movies that we're really looking forward to, and we'll probably throw in some predictions for each movie. So let's start with your number 10.
My number 10 is the new Fantasy Island movie.
I'm not looking forward to it.
I think it looks great. I don't think it looks like the show.
I'm a huge fan of the show. I watched Fantasy Island with some family when I was younger,
And I'm not that old.
I loved Ricardo Montalban. I loved oh, now I can't remember the little guy's name, but you know, look, boss, the plane.
The plane.
I loved this show. It was a lot of fun. I just don't like the horror spin they're putting on it. Of course, it's done by Blumhouse.
I like it.
So
I think the other version would be boring as fuck.
Well, you would. The thing I can say is the fact that it is done by Blumhouse and they're switching it over to a horror. Blumhouse does really well with horror.
They do. They used to be some budget ass thing, and now they get these top level fucking horror movies.
They do really well.
And it looks good. I predict that it'll be above a 5.
I might just leave it at a 5 because I'm gonna go see it, but I'm just not into it, and that's fine. Not everybody's gonna be into every movie.
That's fair.
Moving on to my number 10, I'm going with Godzilla vs. Kong.
I think it looks good.
Well, I haven't seen any. Have you seen anything about it yet?
No.
Yeah, but you still think it looks good.
Yeah, I've heard all about it.
Yeah. Either way, I think it's going to be a phenomenal film. I'm probably going to end up giving it like a 7, 7.5 if it goes the way I'd like it to go.
If it's as good as the second one, because I hated the first Godzilla movie. Like, I didn't hate it.
The one in 2014?
Yeah, but it wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't a good movie.
Well, you weren't really into King of Monsters either.
Yeah, not really. But I liked the second one more than the first one.
Well, that's a good thing, because the second one was decent.
It was better.
And this will be... Technically, there has been a movie that is Godzilla vs. Kong. I believe it was done in the late 60s, early 70s. But it didn't really feel like they properly did Kong. So, for me, I don't really count that as a Godzilla vs. Kong. So this is a great kaiju film that I'm really going to enjoy seeing.
There's no way a Godzilla movie would make it on my list. I'm just not that big of a fan. But I feel like I will give it maybe a solid 6.
But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I'm sure when each of us walk out of it, we're not going to hate it as much as Uncut Gems.
Definitely not going to hate it as much as Uncut Gems.
So let's move on. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Underwater. Kristen Stewart. This movie looks so fucking good. From the moment I saw the first trailer, it was in theaters, I was sitting there, bored, trailer came on, first trailer of that night. Dude, this movie looks so fucking good.
I've got a different viewpoint on this movie because I was in the Navy, and the idea of being trapped underwater is not a good thought for me.
Well, that sucks to be this motherfucker. But goddamn, it looks good.
It does look good. It looks like a modernized take on The Abyss, and I love The Abyss.
Bit, yeah. I think it'll be a solid 8.5 for me.
I think I'll enjoy it, which means I'll probably end up giving it between a 6 and a 7.
It looks good, and Kristen Stewart, she's one of my favorites. So.
I'm actually thinking that this will actually be a decent box office draw.
Yeah.
I think it'll do decent numbers. I think worldwide it might end up at about 500 million.
Oh yeah.
By the end of its run.
It's gonna be big because underwater shit is like a huge fucking draw automatically.
Well, I don't think it'll be big compared to some of the other movies. Like, I don't think it's gonna hit $1 billion or anything worldwide, but I do think it'll hit at least 500 million worldwide, and I think it'll do really well in China.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. And that's coming out what, this month?
January 10th or 17th.
Yeah.
One of those two.
So fucking bring it on!
Yeah, we'll be going to see it, so you'll get a review for it. It should be fun.
Yeah.
My number 9. My number 9 is I'm going with The King's Man. It's the prequel to the Kingsman movies. I really enjoyed both of them. You like the second one more than the
I
first
like the second one. I hated the first one, honestly.
Well, you like the second because it's got, what, Pedro Pascal?
Dude, Pedro Pascal is a fucking boss. Super predictable for the second movie. Like, you definitely knew all the twists and shit in that movie. But that movie's just... Isn't fucking Channing Tatum in the second one, too?
I think he's got...
He's like a... I think... Fuck it, I don't fucking remember.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he is.
It's been a while since we watched that one.
But Jeff Bridges is in it.
Yeah.
But the second one was way better. The Kingsman doesn't look even remotely appealing to me. I mean, like, we're gonna review it, so you'll see that when it gets to the time. But it doesn't. The prequel doesn't make any sense to me. Just make the third one, and then maybe do a prequel. Don't jump to the prequel as the third movie.
Yeah, I really don't care about them jumping
just
to
don't
a
give a
prequel.
fuck anymore. They're just like, fuck it. We're just gonna do this because we fucking feel like it now. Like.
Well, when they first started talking about another Kingsman movie, Taron Egerton was already in another film, so they had to do something to fill the space.
Yeah, he's filming Rocket Man.
Yeah, which is a phenomenal movie.
Definitely was.
But I'm looking forward to it. I think I'll end up giving it a 7.5 to an 8 because I like the stylized version of action that the Kingsman movies utilizes.
At most, I feel I will give it a 6. At most. Probably a 5.5. Maybe just baseline 5, but it just doesn't appeal to me.
At least you won't hate it and it won't make it on the worst list of the year.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move right along to our number 8.
My number 8 is Tenet. Christopher Nolan.
I usually am into Christopher Nolan films. I like a lot of his films. Of course, the Dark Knight trilogy comes to mind. Inception was good. He's always done good films.
I mean, I'm not going to say I know all about this movie, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's got Robert Pattinson in it, who has definitely proven himself. I don't care if any of you guys, little fucking twi haters, like, who want to talk about how shitty he is and he's Edward this, Edward that. If you've seen any of his other movies, you can tell he's a phenomenal actor.
And he's the new Batman.
And he is the new Batman, which... Fucking A.
There are some people who don't like that idea. I actually think he'll be alright.
I think the new Batman will be fantastic.
I don't like who they cast as Commissioner Gordon.
I don't like who they cast as Commissioner Gordon either. I don't know why they just can't keep to this comic books for once in their life. Completely through and through. Just do it. But, Tenet. I'm looking forward to it. I feel I will give it a strong 7.5.
I think it'll be a good movie.
Maybe even an 8.
I don't know how attached I'll be to the movie because while I do enjoy Nolan films, sometimes I think they get a bit pretentious. Like Inception.
Yeah, well, I love Inception.
I enjoy Inception, but let's face it, it's one of the epitomes of pretentiousness in movie making.
That's fair.
But we'll see it. We'll review it for you guys. You'll see how we like it or not. He'll probably enjoy it more than I will.
I'd say that's a definite guarantee almost.
And let's keep the list rolling. So we're on number 8 right now, right?
You are on your number 8.
Yes. My number 8 is 007 No Time to Die.
Dude. Looks good. Looks good.
We're both into James Bond films. More than like, if I had my way, before this movie drops, I would like to do a review of every Bond film and release one every day. He's not into that idea. He wants to just do a list of the best Bond films.
Comment down below if you want a fucking list on every review for every Bond movie.
If you want the list or you want the reviews, maybe we'll do both if enough people like both ideas.
Maybe.
We'll see. But we're both really into the Bond films. We have different favorite Bonds.
We do.
But that's because I'm more old school.
And I like good Bonds. Nothing against Sean Connery.
There is one thing we agree on, though, when it comes to Bonds. George Lazenby is one of the best.
Easily. In fact, that's my favorite Bond story. It's just not my favorite movie. I love, what is it, On Her Majesty's Secret Service?
Yep, that's the one.
That Bond movie. I wish we would have got more George Lazenby.
I do too, but he didn't want to follow the studio's rules, and so they blackballed him.
It happens.
It happens. It's a shame, too, because I think he did phenomenal.
Yeah, he was great.
But we're in a minority with that opinion.
We are.
Yeah. But anyway, the new Bond film, there's some things that make me nervous about it. But I still think it will be better than Spectre.
Dude, Spectre. Spectre and fucking Quantum of Solace were the trash movies of Daniel Craig's series.
This is the thing about Daniel Craig Bond films. Every odd number Bond film under Daniel Craig is spectacular.
Yeah.
Casino Royale,
Royale.
Skyfall. All the even numbered ones are terrible. Quantum of Solace and Spectre.
So there's hope that this finishing movie will be a perfect end to his
A perfect
series.
10. And if, honestly, we love Bond, but I think that this should be the last one.
I think if they're going to make Bond movies, why can't they just make them a time period piece and go back to when the chauvinistic assholes were the thing?
I mean, they could do that, but they won't.
They won't.
They're too busy trying to make Bond unchauvinistic.
Well, apparently now they want to make Bond a woman.
I mean...
Rumor alert.
That is the rumor. We don't know for sure yet because we haven't seen the film.
But I feel this movie will be a solid, anywhere between a 7 and a 9.
It depends. If it lends itself more to the way Spectre landed, for me it'll be between a 5 and a 9.
I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
Oh, so am I, because I am a fan of James Bond films.
Spectre.
Which is weird because nobody else in our family really is.
Yeah. I have the fucking huge ass Blu-ray box set.
I've got all the matching posters. You've seen those, right?
Yeah, I've seen them. We're Bond fans.
We're Bond fans.
We have our fingers crossed that this movie will be good.
Yes. The only reason it's so low on my list is because I'm so scared that it might not be.
It's going to be like Spectre?
Yeah. But anyway, that's number 8. Let's move on to number 7.
My number 7 is Wonder Woman 1984.
I'm excited for this film.
It looks fantastic.
It does.
I have a couple qualms with it based on the trailer.
You don't like the fact they're bringing Chris Pine back.
I don't. I was mad when he died in the first one. Spoiler alert. But they didn't need to bring him back. They didn't. I don't care what anyone says. They didn't need to bring him back into this movie.
If they tie it well into the story, I'm going to be completely okay with it.
I don't fucking give a fuck what they tie into the story. It's fucking stupid. They killed him off. Big dramatic fucking death. Oh, guess who? I'm back. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, what if the story is it's not really him?
That ain't gonna be the story because they're playing like he was stuck in time or some shit because she's like, that's art, and he's looking at a fucking trash can like, ooh, I see trash like I am in this movie.
That doesn't mean that it's not actually going to be Steve Trevor, or that it is actually Steve Trevor. It could be playing the role of Steve Trevor.
What is he, like a Force ghost?
It could be a clone. It's a comic book movie. It could be any number of things.
I don't care. I think it's a stupid mistake. And if they were going to put him in it, don't even put him in the trailer. Just pop him into that movie while you're watching it and be like, oh shit, there's Steve Trevor.
You do realize that your man's in that one too, Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal's a fucking G, bro.
Yeah, he's playing Maxwell Lord.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that in the trailer?
Yeah. He's the dude with the clean-shaven face that's holding that rock. That's Pedro Pascal.
Oh shit!
That's Maxwell Lord.
Well, that knocks it up a bump for me. I honestly think that Wonder Woman will be 9 for me.
I mean, I gave the original Wonder Woman a 9, I think. And
I gave the original one a 9. Yeah.
I think this one's going to be a 9 also.
It'll depending on how Chris Pine's character plays into it, it might be a 8 for me or a 7.5. But regardless, we know it's going to be good. It's fucking one of DC's powerhouses out of the, like 3 that they have going right now.
And let's be honest, Miss Gal Gadot is phenomenal as Wonder Woman.
She's so fucking fine.
And she plays the character very, very well. She's also a spectacularly gorgeous woman.
Ridiculously so. But anyway.
That's your number 7?
What's your number 7, bro?
My number 7 is Halloween Kills. I really enjoyed the last Halloween film.
Dude, for real.
And while I thought that that would be perfect to just stop it and drop it, I am still really looking forward to this new one.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I feel like I will give it a solid...
I think I gave the last one an 8, so I think if this one continues in the same vein, it'll get an 8 as well.
So I was gonna say it's gonna be between a 7.5 to a 9.
Yeah,
because it could surpass its predecessor.
it could.
It's probably unlikely because the fact that the second one or the last one that came out is the second one to the first movie, and everyone was like, "Holy fucking shit, this was a genius idea." But I think
they just erased all the bullshit.
They erased all the... Well, you know what? I like a lot of those.
I mean, they're fun, but it's a lot of bullshit.
It's a lot.
But yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to this film. It should be good. It should be good.
I think it will be.
Moving on, we're at number 6 now, right?
My number 6 is Bill and Ted Face the Motherfucking Music, bro.
It's about time that we're getting this Bill and Ted film.
Fucking, I was like a fucking freshman in high school and they were talking about bringing this movie back and they're like, oh, but so much time has passed. And I was like, dude, they need to fucking bring Bill and Ted back.
Dude, well, for the longest time, Keanu didn't enjoy playing this character. And he was upset by the fact that it continued to follow him around. But Keanu had like this epiphany in like the mid-2000s, I'd like to think. And he just sort of embraced
everything,
his fandom in a strange way. And he turned into this sort of like ultra cool, everybody can love, nobody is bashed for loving on Keanu, even for his less good films. So Keanu is just a great guy. He's an awesome dude. In fact,
that fucking Netflix movie that just came out with him in it, where he plays like a douchebag.
Always Be My Maybe?
Always Be, yes. Always
that was
because
he played a farce of Keanu.
You gotta check it out if you haven't seen it. Always Be My Maybe. Always Be My Maybe on Netflix.
Yep. And then we saw a preview for the new SpongeBob movie, and he's like, we're not going to see that. And then he sees Keanu's face, and he's like, we're going to see that.
Gonna be there opening weekend to see that one.
But yeah, anything Keanu does, I will watch.
I'm pretty sure... To be fair, I'm not gonna say like I'm gonna give it a 9 or something, but I want to say it's gonna be between a... Like, I'm gonna like it, but it'll be probably like a 5.5 to a 7.5.
It's not going to be like a great, phenomenal film. It's going to be one of those nostalgia flicks that make you feel good, especially if you watched the other 2 movies when you were younger.
Yes.
It's good. It's good. My number 6, which might surprise some people with the way that I talk about the first film, Top Gun Maverick. Now...
I almost made my list. Almost.
The first Top Gun, I hated for the longest time because while I was in the Navy, every time I went to one of my guys' barracks rooms, they were watching Top Gun. So, like, for 2 months straight, I saw a part of Top Gun every day, and it killed the movie for me. So I got tired of that movie. I did recently watch it again this past year and didn't hate it.
I love Top Gun.
But it took me almost 20 years, well, 18 years to get past that hatred. So when I started seeing the previews for this one, when I first heard about it, I was like, no, just let that dead horse die. But then I saw the previews. The previews look like it's going to be actually really, really decent. But it also looks like they're going to take some shots directly from the original film and sort of transpose them into this film. Which... will give some people some of the nostalgia feels. No matter what, honestly, Tom Cruise barely pumps out a bad movie.
I predict it'll be a solid 8. I honestly am looking forward to this movie. There's just other movies I'm looking forward to more.
I think it'll be between a 7 and an 8.
Yeah.
But that's number 6. Let's do number 5.
My number 5 is one we've already brought up. 007, No Time to Kill.
No Time to Die.
No Time to Die.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It happens. You've had a couple of those now.
Just a few.
Anyway, we're both looking forward to this movie. We've already talked about how much of Bond fans that we are. I don't think we need to continue beating on this horse, do we?
Yeah,
We've already discussed it.
Done it.
My number 5 is Black Widow.
Looks alright.
I think it's about time that we got the female-driven Marvel film that we were supposed to get.
Me personally, Black Widow, I mean, like, I'm not a huge Scarlett Johansson fan. Oh no, don't bite on my ass for that, but I mean, like, I think it'll be good, because all the Marvel movies are good, for the most part, but I'm also kind of burnt out on Marvel movies.
Yes, the fact that we've gotten, this will be the 25th Marvel movie in 11 years.
All in the shared universe, like
12 years. The 25th Marvel movie in 12 years. That's just a lot of films.
It's a lot of fucking Marvel. And still haven't gotten a good version of either of my favorite two.
Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider and Daredevil.
Yeah.
I mean, don't hold me to that, because I fucking love both those movies.
Well, I mean, the movies can be fun.
They're not part of the MCU.
They're not part of the
so
MCU. But you do have the Daredevil Netflix show.
Daredevil Netflix was good.
It was spot on. But yeah, so number 4.
Number 4, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I am a huge Ghostbusters fan. I love the first 2 films. I am really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, honestly, with the last one that came out, what, like 2-3 years ago or whatever?
2016.
That movie was fucking awful. I don't even care. Like, it was so fucking bad, and people were like, oh man, you can't hate on it just because it was women. We're not hating on it just because it was women. We're hating on it because it was garbage. That movie's fucking trash. Yeah. Dumpster fire trash.
The thing that I didn't like about the 2016 movie is, if you watch the first 2 Ghostbusters films,
which I do frequently,
there's a lot of questionable choices on the case of Venkman, which you probably idolize.
Venkman's the man, bro.
Nah, it's all about Spangler.
Said no one ever.
Says the nerds. Funny story, the new one is actually following Spangler's grandchildren.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Well, I'm glad they worked it that way, because at least the connection is there, the tie is there. The new movie looks really good. The trailer looks great. It's got fucking Paul Rudd in it. The kid from Stranger Things. Like, it looks good.
It looks good.
I want to see it. I think it'll be a solid 8 to 9 for me.
Pretty much. I just didn't like the new one because it was all like Amy Schumer comedy. And
it's fucking terrible Saturday Night Live comedy.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
I like a lot of the actresses. I love Kristen Wiig.
I do too, but it doesn't mean you gotta go.
And Kristen Wiig is in Wonder Woman 1984. She's playing Cheetah.
Fuck yeah! Which is, when I heard about that, I was super fucking excited. Back to Wonder Woman. That the villain.
I think it's yeah. So I mean, it's not that we didn't like the actresses or that we were against a female-led group. It's just the jokes were raunchy in a form that we didn't like. The comedy was just lackluster.
The whole story was lackluster.
And they relied too much on special effects.
Yeah.
So, but the new one doesn't look like it's going to be a problem.
It should be a solid 8.
Yeah. In fact, everybody should be happy because the single mother is taking care of these 2 kids. The primary story-driving character is Spangler's granddaughter. So, I mean, it's still technically a female-led film.
It looks good. I'm going to go into this because I have a slight problem with them making the kids like the main character. Because when I first heard about Paul Rudd getting in, I was like, oh cool, he's going to be the leader of the like Ghostbusters team, whatever. And it's going to be these kids, so it's going to be a lot of kid humor, which I'm not going to have so much like appeal to. But I still think it'll be a phenomenal movie. I think it'll be good. Paul Rudd's the man.
One of my favorite Marvel characters.
Ant-Man?
Yep.
Ant-Man's good.
Yep.
Surprise hit.
Surprise hit. Wasn't a surprise for me. I was telling everybody to go see it beforehand.
What's your number 4, bro?
My number 4. My number 4 is The Gentleman.
Dude.
Matthew McConaughey looks like he's right on top of his game in this one. The story looks like it's going to be great. It looks like it's going to be not just an action film, but a dark comedy style film. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I think it might even get a 9 to a 10 rating from me.
It's, dude, his movies can be hit and miss though. But
Serenity.
But I think it's going to be a solid 10. I honestly think I'm going to give this movie a 10. Dude.
It looks like it's spot on. I believe it's coming out in January. Isn't it coming out January?
January, February.
Whatever,
you'll see our review on it.
You'll see our review for it. We'll probably rave on it because, well...
It looks fucking good.
We've already sort of made our mind up on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a phenomenal movie. But moving on, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is Morbius.
I am excited they're throwing another Spider-Man villain in.
Dude, such a fucking fan right here. Dude, and Jared Leto's gonna fucking kill it. He finally has a character he can kill it with. Like, it's Marvel.
It's Marvel.
DC kind of fucked him with his Joker. Which, I don't care what anyone says. His Joker could have been something if people wouldn't have hated on it so fucking right off the bat just because it's not Heath Ledger's Joker. He had to do something completely different or else everyone would have said, he's just copying Heath Ledger's Joker.
I mean, the same thing happened to Heath Ledger. Everybody was really, really upset about it.
Yeah, but at least Heath Ledger didn't get his fucking parts all cut from the fucking movie.
Yeah, if we ever do get, like the 4.5 hour version of Suicide Squad that a lot of our friends will never watch, but we would.
We would watch it. I own Suicide Squad.
I think that if they put a lot of the Joker scenes back in, he won't be such a terrible character in the movie.
And Jared Leto is a phenomenal actor. So fucking good.
He's a little too method, though.
I don't even care. He fucking delivers. Every fucking part he plays, he fucking delivers. Ever since fucking like back in Fight Club, Requiem for a Dream, this guy is fucking awesome.
Are you gonna reach into the way, way back machine and start talking Party 5?
No.
But I'm leery about this movie because I want to see some production stills, maybe a trailer for it, which we haven't gotten yet.
It'll be a 7, without a doubt. God, I hope it's a 7. It'll be at least a 7.
I'm not going to give it a number at this point because I just don't have enough information about it. I'm excited, but nervous because I also didn't like Venom.
Oh, but I love Morbius so much. I don't care about like Venom was like. I didn't care about Venom growing up. He wasn't cool. I mean, like, he was cool, but he wasn't, like, a character that I was like, yeah, I really like his comics. I really like his shit. Morbius, I have a fucking, like, ton of fucking Morbius shit. I love Morbius.
Morbius is an interesting character.
He's right up there with my, like, 2 favorites.
And when we watched the 90s cartoon, the Morbius episodes were some of our favorites.
Yes, because he's fucking... We'll see it. We'll review it.
We'll see it, we'll review it, and then we'll let you know what we think. Moving on to my number 3. My number 3 is Bill and Ted.
We know how we rate those.
We know how we rate those. Yep. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Halloween Kills. We know how we rate that.
We know how we rate that one. My number 2 is Wonder Woman 1984.
Jesus. We're looking forward to a lot of the same shit.
Yeah, we just put them at different numbers, I guess. What's your number 1?
My number 1 is The Gentleman, which is honestly, I think that's gonna, out of this list, that's the one I'm pretty sure is gonna be a 10. I honestly think it'll be a 10. At lowest, it'll be a 9, unless it's a complete dumpster fire and completely fails all.
We're both really looking forward to The Gentleman. But my number 1 I'm looking forward to a little bit more. Which my number 1 is Ghostbusters Afterlife.
This list got real quick in the end.
It did, because we're just rehashing the same stuff now. But yeah, those are the movies that we are most anticipated about for the next year. Really looking forward to them. Really looking forward to reviewing them. Really looking forward to possibly spoiling them for you. We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens if you guys keep watching our videos. It'll get that far and we'll keep doing it.
There you go.
But thanks for watching our video. Throw a like and a subscribe. In the comments down below, why don't you give us a chance to read what you are most anticipated about next year?
Yeah, I would love to know. I gotta assume most people are anticipated at least with some of these movies on our list.
Yes.
But other than that,
thanks for watching, and we'll see you later, YouTube.
See you later.